Whew. Good morning, Nom Nom Nation. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're having a great holiday season. It is Christmas Eve, and so you know what we got to do today. We got to make some delicious cookies for Santa Claus and buy some milk. I'm not going to make the milk myself, though. That's only for my wife. But we're going to make my wife's cookie recipe. It's the best cookie I've literally ever had. They're amazing. Hopefully I don't mess it up. We shall see. And I hope you try it at home too, because they're amazing. So I'm gonna leave this place, go home, and let's get baking. Hey everyone, welcome home. Welcome to my kitchen. We're gonna get started on making my wife's amazing cookie, best cookie I've ever had. Since I met her, it's the only cookie I've tasted. It's so good. So we mix up our dry ingredients first. 2 cups of flour. 1, 2, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Give that a quick mix. And we'll set it aside. Now we need to start on our wet mixture, but first, did you guys see my awesome Christmas sweater? If you recognize what it's referencing, let me know in the comments. I'm curious how many people get it. I don't wear it out too much because I worry it might be a little bit too nerdy. First, we need 3/4 cup of melted butter. So I think that's about the amount of butter here I have left. Melted unsalted butter. So I'll microwave this really quick. While that microwaves, we need 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. So 1 egg, that part's easy. And 1 egg yolk, go over to the sink. Let's do this by hand. There we go, 1 egg yolk. Go ahead and get those broken up so they mix together with everything well. We need 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Oh, oops. Made a little bit of a mess there. And this little bit's for Daddy. Delicious. Get this nice and creamy. You can do this with an electric mixer, it might be easier, but I find this is where you put the love in. Santa will be able to taste that I really put in the work. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And now that this butter has had a chance to cool off a little bit, we'll add in our 3/4 cups of melted butter. Now here comes the secret ingredient. It's a dash of cinnamon. It doesn't make them taste super cinnamony. It's just like a nice little extra bit of flavor that accentuates everything. And we'll add in our flour mixture, our dry ingredients here, gradually. Now we mix in our chocolate chips. This is about 2 cups of chopped chocolate chips. I found that the best tasting brand I can find pretty much everywhere is this brand. They're pretty big and they end up making the cookies a bit too chunky for my taste. So to get a better distribution, I just hand chop them up. It's super time consuming, especially to do 2 cups of it. I'm not even sure I'm going to use all of this. We'll just add them a bit at a time and see how it looks. I don't want it to be too chocolate chippy because I really just like the cookie mixture in and of itself. Oh wow, that might be enough right there. That's only about half, maybe a little bit more. Okay, revised chocolate chip amount. 1 to 1.5 cups, or to your liking, or whatever you think Santa would prefer. So now we just need to load up our cookie sheet. I've already preheated an oven to 325 degrees. Make sure you leave a little room, 2.5, 3 inches for them to expand, or they'll kind of merge together sometimes. I'm so scared that I'm not gonna do as good of a job as my wife. But that would actually be a good thing, because I like when she makes them. It's always nice when somebody else makes you something. It makes it taste extra special, extra good. Okay, so these can go in the oven for 15 to 17 minutes. I like them a little bit underdone, so I'm gonna go with 15. And then, they come out gooey, but they solidify as they cool. Just look, you wanna have brown edges around the bottom. That's what you're looking for. Middle rack. I'll go ahead and get the second batch going, and then we'll pull them all out to cool and give them a taste. So the first batch just came out of the oven. I ended up leaving them in for 16 minutes, and they look just about perfect. They're nice and loose. You can see they're a little bit darker around the edge. They're still pretty molten right now, but just let them cool for 10 minutes or so and they'll solidify up. And you can feel the edge is nice and crispy, but the inside is gonna be soft. And that's exactly what I want. So we'll get the second batch, let them cool, and then we'll try them out. All right, here we go, cookie. They look good. I love the full bodiness of them. They didn't flatten out too much. They smell amazing. I guess they don't look like a traditional chocolate chip cookie in that they don't have a whole bunch of chocolate chips visible, but they're cut up and in there, I think, distributed a little bit better. So I like that, and I don't want it to be overwhelmingly chocolatey. So to me, that's nice. I got the nice milk because it's for Santa. Milk. I so rarely buy milk. It's such a treat. That is rich. Once when I was a little kid on vacation with my parents, we were driving through Kansas on our way to Colorado. We stopped in a diner somewhere for lunch. And I, at the time, liked to drink milk with every meal, as 90s kids did, because, everybody told us you gotta get your milk or your bones won't be strong. So I ordered a skim milk, which is what we drank back then. And the waitress said, "Oh, honey, we only serve real milk here," meaning whole milk. Nowadays, though, I usually buy like 2%, or I think this might be whole milk, but not skim anymore. It's just a little bit too watery and you can't really cook with it. So let's break open one of these cookies, see if it's good enough for Santa. Looks good to me. So it's got chocolate chips hidden in here. Oh my God. It's so good. Just that little touch of cinnamon shines through it. It's not cinnamony, but you can tell there's a little touch of spice. Let's give her a dip. Just the right amount of melted chocolate. The texture of the cookie is chewy but firm. So you chomp down on it a few times, it just kind of melts away in your mouth, which is perfect for me. I like some body to it, but I don't want it to be crunchy. I don't like a crunchy cookie. I just gotta test another one, make sure these are good enough for Santa. So fluffy. Just a little bit of the creamy milk on there. It has such a nice body, it really takes up the milk well. They're very moist. Chocolate chip cookies often need the milk because 90% of the time you buy a chocolate chip cookie and it's dry, but these are super moist and gooey, and the milk is just like a nice creamy, delicate flavor to it that really goes well with the vanilla and the cinnamon and that milk chocolate that kind of comes through on the back end of your tongue. But we're gonna test just one more. Just a little guy, make sure it's okay. Let me know in the comments your Christmas Eve traditions. Do you leave out cookies, cake, something else? Are you like me as a child and write a note for Santa to see if he'll sign it? But he always signed it, so I know he's real. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta save these for Santa. So I'm gonna stop eating and set these aside. Thank you all for watching, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas.